So this comment, which is posted on my video, the difference between a living will and a do not resuscitate order or a DNR, this comment is stating, how in the world could anyone confuse a will with a do not resuscitate? So this comment highlights how another video should be posted on the difference between a last will and testament, which people commonly refer to as a will, and a living will, which is a medical directive, not a will. So there's a last will and testament that deals mainly with your assets and where you want them to go after you pass away, along with other things like you want to be buried, cremated. And there's a living will, which I was describing in the video where this comment is located. And the living will is basically a document where if you're in an end of life scenario, like you're actually in some end stage condition or in a coma, you're in the process of dying, do you want your life to be prolonged with certain life prolonging measures, like being resuscitated if you end up going out during that process, or being hooked up to any type of respiratory machine, or having feeding tubes or experimental procedures or dialysis, or basically any life prolonging procedure. Do you want that to be applied to you if you're already in the process of dying? That is a living will, which is why living wills are often confused with DNRs or do not resuscitate orders, because non-resuscitation is typically one of the things that's listed in a living will, although a DNR is much more limited because it only applies to resuscitation. But those are documents dealing with medical wishes, whereas a last will and testament, which I believe this person was talking about in their comment, because that is commonly referred to as a will. Again, that's a document where you list who you want to get your stuff, your assets, your money, your tangible items like art or cars or guns or furniture. If you want to be specific, you can be specific. That's all in your will, who gets your stuff when you pass away, versus a living will, which is what you don't want to have happen to your body if you're in the process of dying. Okay, so I hope this sheds some light. I'll probably do another video actually describing the difference between a living will and a last will and testament, but I hope this at least explains it briefly in this response to this comment. And if you have any other questions regarding other estate planning documents or anything to do with estate planning, elder law, Medicaid, and you're in Florida, please don't hesitate to reach out to our office. We're atCAUSE Law Office, the non-stuffy attorneys, and we'd love to help.